ক্লোরোফিল স্কুলের কথা তোমাদের বলেছি। ওই তিনজন মাস্টারমশাই যারা আমাদের শান্তিনিকেতনের প্রাক্তন ছাত্র, তাদের গল্প হয়তো তোমরা শুনেছো। সেই ক্লোরোফিল স্কুলের প্রতিষ্ঠাতা ডিরেক্টর যে দুজন, একজন বাঙালি পুরুলিয়ার কল্যাণ ব্যানার্জি, তার সঙ্গে দেখা হয়নি, উনি ছিলেন না সেই সময়, কিন্তু হরিবন্ধু বাবু আরেকজন উড়িষ্যার মানুষ, তার সঙ্গে অনেক গল্প হলো। আর এই স্কুলের পিছনে তাদের স্বপ্ন, তাদের পরিকল্পনা, সবটা শুনে এত ভালো লাগলো, মনে হলো আরও অনেকেরও তো ভালো লাগতে পারে। তাই ওকে বললাম যে সরাসরি আপনার মুখ থেকে এই গল্প শুনতে চাই।
Okay. I am actually grateful to you that you and Gargima, both of you could spend your time with us, with our students, and motivating them, also telling them what can be a quality of work within a very short span of time. That's one aspect I really liked, and thank you for doing such a great work for us and honoring us. And also, it also get an opportunity to learn the teachers who are from Santiniketan, who are with us, and how fortunate they have been to be getting trained by persons like you. So that also gave us a glimpse of your great institution from which you have come. Ours has been a very humble initiative compared to many institution builders for which we are actually the beneficiaries, myself and my colleagues who are there. Compared to that, it's a very small initiative that you have taken, and I'm very glad that you asked me to share our own journey and our story. I will tell the story in two parts, and both will be interwoven. One is my own journey, and how, as a part of that journey, we reached to this stage of having this Klorofeel school here. I came from a very, you would say, a very ordinary place in a village in northern Odisha. District is Balasore, and my village name is called Patuli. And nearby my village there is a small river called Kangsavangsha River, and this is adjacent to Calcutta Madras main railway line.
Okay.
And so from my childhood, I have been observing that movement of all the trains in both directions. So that gave us a sense of time. This is morning, this train will come, lunchtime some other train, evening some other train, that is. So our sense of time is, besides sunrise and sunset and moon and other things, the trains also, they have played a very big role. And along with that, because my house was adjacent to a river, so throughout the year that river will be changing its own shape and size, and so that used to give us lot of happiness, that the way things were changing. So there will be time in the occasion, like in summer it is completely dry, we can walk from one side to the other side, and rainy season it is like like that we used to see. And from there, the way I came, today is context when I see, we were extremely poor at that point of time. But the sense of poverty was not within me at that point of time when I was living through this life. Because everybody around me were also similar way. We used to eat whatever everybody used to eat. But yes, we did not have the luxury of eating many so-called very rich type of food. But we were not starving. So, and for us, there was no such aspiration what we say today that I will become so and so. For us, only aspiration is this year I complete my class, if I am 5, next year I may go to class 6. So it is like from class 6, class 7, automatically that used to happen. So that is the way that I lived my life. So going through that, like after my 11 years of study, that means when I was 16, when I came out of the village, so after that I have to go to intermediate of science. So because there was no college who can teach us in +2 after that, so I went to the district headquarters. So for us to move to another place there has to be a need. There was no such thing like I will go as a tourist to see some place. There has to be some need for which we have to travel. So that led me to the district headquarters, that is the Balasore district headquarters. There I happened to meet so many other people. In appearance or in language, they were looking like me, but they were very different. I mean, somebody's father was a government officer, somebody's father was very powerful, like a police person, But my father used to, his job was, livelihood used to be from priesthood, like a Purohit, and also he used to do this pala, like like Harikatha and those things that they used to do. So in that way, that is the time I came to know some sort of inferiority complex came to me, that I do not come from such a well-off family where somebody's parent is highly educated in that sense. But in my childhood, in today's context, when I see, it was not education was not the issue, because my father could tell me all these stories from Mahabharata, Ramayana, all these different types of from our scriptures that he used to say, and from different authors of Odia literature, Bengali literature, that also they used to read and they used to tell us. So I was quite conversant in those things. But my friends used to talk about cricket. I was not knowing what this cricket is. And they used to talk many that bowling, that batting, that also I was not knowing. But all those things did not take very long time. Within 2 to 3 months' time, I could understand. So after this 2 years of study there, somehow luckily I got a position, place to study in that time it used to be called Regional Engineering College, Rourkela. So then I moved to Rourkela. So there 50% of our students used to be outside state, outside state of origin. So that also gave me an opportunity to mix with somebody from all over India and a few students outside country also. But somehow I had a mind within me that I must be with people who are not from Odisha. Then that will help me to learn English. And second thing, their culture. And that really helped me to the later part in my life, and that I have continued till now. Wherever I go, I purposefully be with people where diversity is very high. And that has become a part of my life. So after this engineering, I went to study, got a job in an organization called National Thermal Power Corporation in design and engineering. I was placed in Delhi. That also gave me a lot of opportunity to mix with many other people. So there I continued for about 9 years in NTPC in Delhi. But I was feeling restless that I must do something, but I did not know what to do. But one thing was there in my mind. I used to see that in my village, lot of children could not come out from that village. Not that they were poor, but they could not study and they could not go out from that village. Similarly, I could see there were a number of families within 8 to 10 years of my village stay in my childhood, they lost all their landed property. These two things were bothering me. I wanted to find a question, the answer to the question, why they were losing this land. Then I understood that whatever the land initially these people are having, and whatever the paddy they used to get it, within 5 to 6 months time, it gets exhausted. So that means they have to go to some of the rich family to borrow some paddy to survive for next 4 or 5 months. And for borrowing that, they have to mortgage their land. And with time, every year they were borrowing, so they are not able to repay it. So within 5 to 6 years' time, the interest and the capital itself used to be so high, then this land used to go to those people. So that is how most of the families, they were losing their land. And within a span of some 10 years or so, something like 50 to 60% families, they lost their land. And few families, maybe 5 to 6 families, they became very rich and almost all the land that went to them. So from a situation of having some land, they become landless with time and their only source of livelihood became only wage earning. That is what I understood. But I did not have any idea that how they could come out. But somehow I thought that probably if their children would have studied well, they could have got some job, then this situation would not have happened. So that was something in my mind that was happening. Then one day I decided I should leave this NTPC, go and work in an NGO and see that how these poor people can really have their own source of livelihood in a more stable way. So this thing I told my father, my parents, my brother and others. They said, are you mad or what? If you lose this job, how the money, whatever you are giving to sustain us, that part will go out. Second, who knows that job will be there in NGO that after 1 or 2 years or 3 years. So then I have to stop this one. So it continued for some time. But then in the meantime, I got married. And my wife that time used to work in Delhi. But immediately after marriage, she got an opportunity to study at the Asian Institute of Technology in Bangkok for her masters. And then she asked me, why don't you apply? So I applied to Asian Institute of Technology, and luckily I got a full scholarship. And then I found out that whatever the scholarship they will give me, that is almost 50% of the salary what I am getting. So I said, okay, let me take this opportunity. Requested for a study leave. I got a study leave from my organization. So with that I went there. And there I could complete my master's, PhD, and got a good job there. And so I did not come back to my same job, NTPC. And then from there we migrated to Australia. And after reaching Australia, somehow I did not like that place because there is nothing. I was so happy that I thought, let me go back to my own country. So eventually, myself, my wife, who used to work that time in United Nations in Japan, so both of us, we decided we will come back. And by that time, my child was around 2 to 3 years old, so we thought it would be best time to go so that he can study there. So I would say I was very lucky. Both of us got a job at the Institute of Rural Management, Anand in Gujarat, and where chairman used to be Dr. Varghese Kurian.
Wow.
And that is the most, I would say, prominent institute in the country, probably in the world, to professionalize development institutions in the country.
Yes.
So we used to train our young graduates with a degree called equivalent to MBA called Postgraduate Diploma in Rural Management, and they used to go and work all over the country.
And at what year? I mean, in what age and what year you joined?
In IRMA, I joined in 1998. I am born 1959.
Okay.
So it means around 39 years of age. That time I joined IRMA. And there I worked about 9 years. But the 9 years, I must say, is the most beautiful time for me to learn whatever my passion was there. To understand the rural realities, to understand the problem of underprivileged people, and what can possibly be done. These are the things I can know there. And that gave me an opportunity to move all over the country and could get access to government, could get access to many top organizations, some of the prominent people in the country. In fact, because of that, I got an opportunity to meet the then President Dr. Kalam. Twice I could meet him because he used to visit IRMA and talk to his good friend Dr. Kurian and many other people that I could get an access there. So then there I worked for about 9 years. And then we moved to Odisha because my objective was to do something in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, because these are the 3 states which were relatively poorest among all the states in the country. If you see economically, if you see in that indicator. So I came to Odisha and to start another similar institute as it was like IRMA. So we requested Dr. Varghese Kurian, he came along with us and a couple of my colleagues, we all moved to Bhubaneswar and we started this institute. But within 1 year, I could understand whatever my dream was to do, the way we wanted to build this institute, that was not happening. So I myself and a few of my colleagues, we all left. Then we started another institute where we wanted to build it on our own way. In that institute, I, as one of the founder director there, I continued for 5 years. But then at the end of 5 years, I understood their agenda is different. Because they wanted to bring in a lot of political activities, other things. We did not want to move in that direction. So there also I left this one. Then in the meantime, because by that time I stayed about 6 years in Odisha, I understood also some of the key problems what is being faced in Odisha. It was more of good quality education. That was not there, whether it is school or at the university level. Then I got an opportunity with an university where I joined as a pro-vice chancellor, then subsequently I became vice chancellor of that university. That is called Centurian University of Technology and Management. This university was very dear to my heart in the sense they are working for people for developing their skill so that they can get large-scale employment. So it is probably the first skill university in the country. And that I got an opportunity to work with them. And that also really helped us to bring in employability potential among the graduates there. And that was going on very well. And there I happened to meet some of the very bright people whom I consider. And because of them, I could also plan together in a very long way. And that is how our Klorofeel school comes from there. And one such person is Mr. Kalyan Banerjee. Kalyan is a graduate of IIT Delhi, undergraduate and postgraduate from IIT Kanpur. Then he worked in Wipro, and subsequently he is one of the co-founders of Mindtree. So he was also working as a professor at the university, and both of us used to spend hours together almost every day discussing about the challenges the students are facing, what can be done for them. Together used to develop some strategies to train them, to educate them, and so that is how it used to move. And then what we understood, there are 3 or 4 attributes or the qualities which these children are not having, because of which they are not getting jobs. There are plenty of jobs, but these people are not really suitable for those jobs. Now, what are those qualities that we found out? First quality is ability to communicate. And we found out these children cannot logically think, and their thought process they are not able to convey in a coherent manner. That's the first thing. That means it is not only English language communication, in their own language also, because the logical thinking is not there. So that was the one big issue. That means communication was the first part. Second problem what we found out with these children, that basic quantitative ability which one would expect at the 10th class level. So basics of probability, basics of data analysis, interpretation, those are the types of things which is really not very big things, but somehow these people are not having. So these are the first two. That means language, and second one is basic quantitative ability. Third one, these children, they do not know how to work in a team. If there are a variety of people are there, like somebody with a different gender, different caste, different region, different language, they find it very difficult to work in a team with the diversity a little bit higher. And finally, when you ask these children, what is the mantra for success? Then most of the time they will say, success can come if you are very lucky. It is the chance factor which it comes. Very rarely they were talking that success can come if you are hardworking, if you are sincere, if you are honest, you are having a lot of patience.
Yes.
And one more thing which has to be combined, these 3 things what we said, that is the having a basic worldview. That means knowing something, my immediate world, about our basics, some of the classics in our literature. Even you ask some people about Mahabharata Ramayana, they also do not know. You talk about Gandhi or Tagore or Sri Aurobindo, those people, they also do not know. So those are the problems like basic. Even if you ask somebody, what is your interest, they may say, I am interested in cricket. Now you ask somebody, let us say, talk something 2 to 3 minutes about Sachin Tendulkar. That also they cannot do. So that means poor communication ability, poor or weak quantitative ability, poor worldview, and the right attitude of hard work and sincerity that can take you forward. These 4 things we are missing.
And the overall worldview.
Overall work. So when these things are not there, then most of the companies they find that the work what is necessary in the company that can be trained them, these people within a month or 2 months time. But you require all these 4 characteristics to remain successful there. Now what we understood, these 4 characteristics cannot be taught at the university level. These are the qualities or attributes one has to acquire at the school level. So then we found out, or we observed, that most of the schools are not doing their job well. And that is the reason why you find something like 50, 60, 70% of the people are unemployed, educated unemployed. So then Kalyan and myself we thought, now enough is enough. Forget this university. Whatever time it is there with us, let us work for improving quality of school education. So that is how we came that we should do school education. Okay. Then if you have to do in school education, then who will take us, who will give us that job? So what we decided, we thought that we will go to government, ask them that please give us 2-3 schools, we will adopt them. Then we talked to some people, they said, why government will give you this job? What quality or what experience you have? We are neither school administrators, nor have been school teachers, nor we are very rich philanthropists that somebody will say, okay, these people have money that they can do. So we thought that nothing is going to happen from there. So we decided, let us go to some areas where the educational quality is extremely poor, but do outside school intervention. So for doing that outside school intervention, we selected one place, that is South Odisha, a place called Bisamkatak. And Bisamkatak happens to be one of the poorest block in economic development, in infrastructure development, and within that you can say health and education. So all the major development indicators, they will be something like sub-Saharan Africa. That is the situation. Just to give some statistics, just to understand what the situation is. It is something like 60% of the class 5 children cannot do single digit division. Something like, let us say 18 divided by 2, that they cannot do. But they are in class 5. Now these are the studies which is done by Annual State of Education Report, Pratham, an organization based in Mumbai, that this is what they were doing. So that is the situation on which the education was there. But then we also felt, why the people there will trust us? We are going to do something and they will believe, they will send their children to us. Means even if we decided that we will be doing outside school intervention.
Yes.
But luckily, in that area, for nearly 15 years before that one, myself and Kalyan, through another development organization, we have been working there, where Kalyan used to be the chairman of that organization, I was the managing trustee of that organization.
Okay.
The name of that organization was Harsha Trust. So people of that area, they knew us, they knew the people who are working from that organization. So we started with a base level that they will not, disbelieve us.
Yes.
So we knew them, they knew us. So we were not supposed to prove that what we were. So with that idea, we reached there. What we decided initially, we started with some assumptions. First assumption is that every child is capable of learning if right type of enabling learning environment is given to them.
Right.
So for that, what we mean by enabling learning environment outside the school? We thought this environment is like a clean environment, safe environment, properly lighted, well ventilated, and a facilitator who also loves them.
Yes.
That means there is a mutual trust and affection for them, and the facilitator thinks the welfare of that child.
Yes.
And to this facilitator, beside the children, the people of that community must also trust and believe them. So what we did, we took 2 panchayats. We went in a panchayat saturation mode. That means every child of that panchayat has to be part of this one. These 2 panchayats had 19 villages. In each village, we opened a learning center. And in that learning center, it was controlled by the mothers of the children. We formed a committee. That mothers committee used to own and manage this learning center. And 2 facilitators, preferably girls who would have completed 10th or plus 2.
Okay.
At that level, they were appointed. And their job was 2 hours in the morning before school, 2 hours after school, they are supposed to teach. And besides teaching, they have to also take care of their hygiene,
Yes.
their good habits. Those are the things they are also doing. So this continued for 6 years. Today we are the 6th year
Okay.
in that area. Now initially, we also said that mothers must also have some sort of stake. They should also pay a certain thing. So when you ask them, you have to pay to this for these services, whatever is being provided, they said, no, we did not ask for these services. So why we should pay them? This education anyway is not necessary for us. So you need not teach them. We did not ask you. Since you have said and we only agreed to you, it is all you have to pay. So it went really few months to convince parents the value of education, and through that education how their agony, their sorrows can be taken care of if their children can get a job. But then they are asking, none of our children have got any job. None of our people who could find out, they are also having job. So what guarantee is there that your training will help them to get a job? Then we also told about own life story, my life story. They said your life story may be different, but that will not be applicable. So they are not getting convinced. So we somehow brought some people from the nearby area. So gradually they had certain belief, but not complete belief was not there. But still out of, because we have been there for such a long time, not to make us unhappy, and they are all tribal people. So they said, okay, we are ready to pay 20 rupees per month per child. So we said, that is fine. So there are about 15 mothers will be there, about 20 children in that learning center. So each of them were paying 20 rupees. 20 children means 20 into 20, 400 rupees per month that was coming. And we said, one of you will be the coordinator from the mother's room. And this coordinator will collect this 400 rupees and use that 400 rupees for the, like some stationaries, like chalk, duster, something will be used, maybe a globe will be purchased in this learning center. That job you have to do. So that they managed it very well. Then the question came, somebody asked, why you are taking only the mothers? What the fathers were doing? We found out in that area, most of the fathers, they were not as responsible as mothers were. Fathers used to come drunk, they used to have domestic violence they have to create, and they used to fight at home. So we found out mothers are much more responsible. That's why we kept mothers in one group and we said that they will be leading this initiative. So our learning center was at the every village level. Mothers were owning, mothers were managing, and they also appointed a facilitator who has to be trained. But we said that you appoint at least 4 or 5 facilitators, we will select best 2 out of them. So we had a training for them, and then this facilitator was selected. And for facilitator, we used to develop an annual academic calendar using the curriculum what government of Odisha has put. That means our center was complementing and supplementing the government effort in the existing schools.
Yes.
So that way we could also co-opt teacher support, because now teachers' performance was also improving because of the students' better performance.
Yes.
So teachers were supporting us. We started supporting the students. So that continued, and I would say this year, in the 6th year of our operation, out of 58 class 5 students who appeared, entrance examinations for Ekalavya School, Adarsh Vidyalaya and Navodaya, the 3 schools. Adarsh Vidyalaya is supported by Government of Odisha. It is up to +2, complete residential CBSE affiliated school. And Navodaya and Ekalavya are Government of India schools. That is again CBSE and residential. So we expect 50% of the students are going to qualify there because they have got the mark more than cut off what used to be the earlier year. The result we are getting this month and the result will come. So that is a great satisfaction for us because of to some extent our support that they are able to do a reasonable job, like grade specific competency they could get it and they could come to this level. Now when this job was going on since last 6 years or after 2 to 3 years of our operation there, we understood a lot of challenges that it is coming on our way. First challenge is these facilitators need training. They need regular feedback and assessment of the students' performance. They also require books and many other things were there. So then we thought to do that job pretty well, we need to have a school. And that school we thought it is best is if we set up in Visamkatak or at best the district headquarters in Rayagada. Now to start that school, we started looking for the teachers who will come and do it there. But it was very rare to get a teacher because teachers were asking that how far it is from airport, what sort of facilities are there. So we did not find any teacher. And as you know that heart of any school or the soul is the teacher. So we thought, okay, good teachers we are not getting there. Then, and since our area of intervention is South Odisha, we thought let us start this school in Brahmapur, which is actually the window to South Odisha. And it's only 200 kilometers, so within 2 to 3 hours we could reach there. So that is how we started our school in Brahmapur. And during that time, few other friends, they also come together. And one such person was Mr. Anand. He belongs to Brahmapur and he was a good friend of Kalyan. So he also showed a lot of interest because his childhood dream was that we should have a school in Brahmapur. So we said that is fine. And one of our another colleague, one Adarsh Rath, so he used to work with Kalyan and myself in Centurian University. So like that, all like-minded people we came together. But I must say, the school could be possible. Primarily, if you say, if one person, if you have to tell the name, because of whom it has come, it is because of Kalyan Banerjee. Because he could acquire and bring in lot of resources, financial resources, other networks that is necessary for starting a school. My job has been more here that to bringing all these people together and seeing that this is worth a job, it is to be done. And people who are involved here, they are, I would say, they are universalist means like a universal brotherhood. That is what they think. It is immaterial where the place is, who are the people is, where the need is, we must go there. And this is what we learned from Dr. Varis Kurian. He used to say, go to a place where there is need. So that is what our calling. We felt that Odisha need most because if India has to grow, we cannot grow with somebody which is dragging us down because of development, many other means deficiencies are there. And that is thanks to Kalyan, thanks to my other colleagues and our well-wishers. So now we have started this school, we are very happy. And because of this initiative, and we could get a bigger network we could see. And I would say one such network is you and Gargi Didi, that they could come. Because the teachers who could come here from different places, that they are
and
here.
Your friend Kalyan Banerjee, is he from Odisha or? I mean,
No, Kalyan Banerjee has nothing to do with Odisha.
Okay.
He is, his father was a scientist in a research institute in Dhanbad.
Okay.
And he belongs to Purulia.
Okay.
And then he studied, as I said, in Delhi and Kanpur, worked in Bangalore, worked outside. And his children, they are very well educated, like both are from IIT, they are working in US and they have got best possible education. But his heart is go to a place where it is needed, and he felt Odisha needs that one. That is how he has come. So you would say it is completely, what I would say, like selfless, without expecting anything, that he does this one. So that is the true human, what you can say, that you can see in him.
Because this unique institution must have something to support unique from the behind.
And yes, that is the part which you said.
And please tell me once again the story of this sacred grove.
Yeah, right. So as I said, there are many people that have been involved with us. And one such person, his name is Mr. Shivakripa Bose. And we call him BOS Dada because he was much senior to us. And BOS Dada was such a passionate and loving person. Whoever comes to him, they all will be attracted to him like a magnet. And he was senior to us, and he used to be like a Dada, like he used to take care of us.
Yes.
So that way, and anything, whatever it used to come to our mind, in happiness or in sorrow, we used to come to BOS Dada. BOS Dada was also used to be part of the university. He was our mentor. And BOS Dada, myself and Kalyan, three of us in the university used to discuss many things. And that is the time when we thought Klorofeel Foundation. Okay. So initially BOS Dada used to be the chairman of Klorofeel Foundation. Okay. And so he used to be involved in all our activities. And his special passion is the trees.
Yes.
And but before that, just to give a bit background about BOS Dada. BOS Dada is a graduate of Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. And after that, he worked with Birlas, and he was sent to Africa for their gypsum board, that operation there. Mm-hmm. And after his retirement, he came and worked as a mentor in Centurian University. And he comes from a very illustrious family, in the sense his father was the first who was arrested by the Britishers. He was a minister in first Odisha government, it was there, and he used to be Minister for Tribal Affairs. And when Mahatma Gandhi used to visit Odisha, he used to translate his speech into Odia. Okay. And his father used to be a contemporary of Subhash Chandra Bose. So that way he is a freedom fighter and very magnanimous person that he used to be. So, and his father used to be a member of the Constituent Assembly. So from that family that he has come. So he used to guide us in everything, whatever we used to do. So when we started this school, BOS Dada used to visit. He said, what sort of plants that you have to plant it here? Yes. Because we wanted these plants have to be for children also. Yes. That they should know this is a place of education. And BOS Dada used to say that plants, do not put them in only in a standalone one. Every plant has to be in a family. If it's a neem tree, there has to be 5-6 neem trees have to be together. If it is like a karanj, There have to be 5-6 Karanjas have to be together. Then I have to ask, Dada, what is this? They said, they are a family, they have to talk to each other.
Yes.
So I really do not know if BOS Dada might be, now he is no more, he must be in heaven, he will be listening to us. So I thought probably BOS Dada used to listen to that. So few things we believe, whatever he used to say and we used to do. So that is how he used to come and plant all these trees in clusters of the same family that way. And then he said that we will have a nursery. So he brought many plants, put it in a nursery, and from there the plant used to be planted there. But unluckily that during COVID and just immediately after that, BOS Dada passed away. So, and the place where he put all these plants in the nursery, they grew like a miniature, like a forest.
Yes.
So what we did, just in his memory, we made it as a grove and we call it sacred grove, borrowing the idea that the way tribals, they retain some part of their forest where no hunting is done, no forest plant is cut, that is sacred for them. So for us, for this school, that group is called sacred group and that is BOS Dada sacred group. That is what is there. So we believe his spirit is here and we believe whoever comes here, we carry their footprint and we do not want to lose anybody. We want to trap, maybe a negative word, we want to attract everybody and that is what also to you and Gargi Didi, we want to trap you here also. Of course, to some extent.
No. We are very happy. Actually, the sacred group, BOS Dada story and the whole story of yours is so inspiring. This chlorophyll is really like a chlorophyll. I mean, I'm very grateful, very thankful for your appreciation. And we enjoyed working with your children. All the teachers and students, everybody is happy. Everybody has a smiling face. And the ex-students of Vishwabharati, they are so happy that you are giving them space. You are giving the liberty to do according to their wish. And you are fully supporting them. Not only morally, administratively, but financially also. That says a lot. And congratulations for coming up to this stage of your journey. Please keep it up and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.